racism is blatant, woven in the fabric in its constitution. It covers like a blanket. The hate they hear, Black Lives Matter. Mad they crime statistics ain't supported by the data. 43 alphas, the table for the crime. Commit the same crime but don't get the same time. It's disproportionate. A bunch of racist officers. Trial played out in front of an all-white audience. Black kids is thugs, white kids is mental health, but the justice is blind. Why the skin color changes, they dehumanize us, brutalize us. A simple traffic stop can end you in some handcuffs. I'm here for the fight. My brother is the harbinger. Stand side by side and scream, fuck you, Your Honor. Project 2025, dismantle civil rights. Erase everything from history if it isn't white. Two versions of America. Which one you fighting in? These MAGA trash think the South is gonna rise again. White Christian nationalism is terror intensified. The government won't do nothing even though it's identified. It's screen law and order, but then voted a felon in. But if felons can't vote, how do one become the president? They love the Constitution, but the truth is embarrassing. They push the Constitution aside for the white establishment.
First mod here. Y'all hear it? Yeah. American Madness, my theme song by my brother Jay Kirkland. Yeah, I'm just calling his name. He'll get over it. Yeah, he'll get over it. My brother Jay for providing. I'm here tonight, old dude. Oh no, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Listen, listen. Everybody take a picture. My grumpy brother is here tonight. Yeah, Grumpy Scrooge has in the house with his. I've been waiting for weeks to talk about black eyes and bee stings, and now he stumbled into the conversation. Now that he is not purple anymore. But have any of y'all ever had a fight and you won the fight? But you look worse. You lived through the fight. That's a good one. The bee is dead, so I guess technically you won. Technically you run. Your grumpy ass won because the bee is dead. But for a while there, it was touch and go. It was touch and go. I was looking for the bee to do an interview, but I guess the bee is is no longer with us. And your eye has gone down now. I believe the bee is a ruse, but hey, that's just me. That's just me. I would have. You could have called me, bro. I would have took care of your lightweight for you. I'd have took care of your lightweight for you. You know, you wouldn't have had to say you were stung by a bee. I have pictures. I do have pictures if y'all want to see. I do have pictures. It's interesting. We were talking about boxing last night. Okay. All right. How is everybody doing? Greetings, salutations, everyone. Greetings and salutations. This is Conversations with TNathan that you can get on the GCPR network if you are international. Even if, and I keep saying I'm gonna get the American app. We're working on it. We're getting a server together for America, and we're gonna take because Americans are much harder to get to log on to a website than international crowd is. They'll log on to a website. Americans like, I need an app. So we're gonna get y'all an app. We're gonna get you an across my social media visual platforms of YouTube and TikTok. I'm on my backup page tonight. Hopefully, we might be back on the main page tomorrow night. I think my suspension there is up tomorrow night. I don't quote me on that. I really don't know what time my suspension is up, but it's in time for the show tomorrow or it's after the show tomorrow. So check both pages. We'll be somewhere. We will be somewhere. Then we're working on me getting my own website so I can broadcast my show nationally and not have to worry about censors on any of the other platforms. My own website. Can you imagine me? My own website, my own show with no censors involved. Oh yeah, you're just gonna get a lot of. You're gonna get a lot. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot. Yeah. So that is in the works. Greetings, Gracie. Greetings. Um, thanks to a couple people. We are now $75 away. $75 away from the cremation expenses. We're almost there. Um, tomorrow's Thursday. I know. We're almost there. $75. Yeah. So if you want to donate to the cremation expenses of Jamie, or if you just want to donate to the coat job, all I ask is that you tell me which one you want to donate to because I don't mix funds. If you say you want to donate to the meal for those who happen to be homeless, that's where it goes. If you want to donate to coat drive, that's where it goes. I don't have I don't have time for an accountant. I'll just do it. I base it on what you all want to see the money go to because we're going to do all of those things. And I have certain people I'm going to kidnap. I just realized that. We're gonna send out some positive universal energy to all the people who have surgery coming up that are in the family. Some of y'all have surgery coming up. Allow us to take this opportunity to send you some positive universal energy, and for me to tell you, surgery is not going to get you out of the family. It's not going to get you out of the commitments that you have made to the family. So go get well. If you need somebody to beat somebody up while you are in recovery, let me know. I like that. But don't think, don't think this gets you out of anything, right? All right, you got, yeah, go have your surgery. What's up, Cam? Cam, that's my brother from another mother. And like brothers, we fight. We fight, but you better not come in between it, no matter what. Don't come in between Cam and I fighting because we both big and we both indiscriminately like to punch. So don't come in between Cam and I fighting. That's the advice for the day. No matter what you see us doing, you better be saying like, just get some popcorn and watch. It'll be all right. It'll be all right because we just exercising. What did I do? Yeah, yeah. Reese up. I saw a I saw Quiet's little anniversary video with all the food in it. You look, yeah, oh well, yeah. I saw all of yeah. You know, everybody needs to get them somebody that when they're with them, they look different. And yeah, y'all, everybody needs somebody like that. Everybody needs somebody that for your 24th anniversary. So congratulations. I'll give Reese big ups for being married as long as some people have been alive. Listen, and I really admire that because my parents were together all my life. All my life, my parents were together. So that's an accomplishment. 24 years is an accomplishment. Big ups for the accomplishments of being together for that long. All right, Jay, thank you. I will. Wow, before we do that, I want to get into, I got several discussions I want to have, but before we get into the main discussion of JD Vance and Politico, I want to show this video. I want to show this video. This video gave me life today. This is my favorite video of the day. Let's get to it.
You go to jail for that.
For what?
What's
going
on
here? I didn't touch you.
What's
going on? What are you guys doing?
Somebody please make sure.
Yes, he do. She just told he gotta come back to court.
What's wrong with you guys?
Let me just get a paperwork. We're just trying to confirm.
So back up at least give him space. You could do what you do, but just give him space.
We're
too.
trying to talk but you guys are
I can't.
No, I don't know what you want. Yeah, don't work.
What are you guys doing? What's wrong with you guys?
Alright, sir, so don't get came by immigration.
Why? Tell him why.
I can't get ready to go.
Check if everything comes out good, and we'll call you back. First, you like it, like petrol.
Bitch, you stupid bitch. That's why you're a bunch of fucking criminals. I wish you would. I wish the fuck you would. Yes, the fuck we his family. You're all a bunch of big pussies. Don't tell me calm down. Who the fuck is you? We don't like none of you.
You okay?
No, how can I be okay? You okay? Are you okay?
Are you okay?
I look like I'm okay? Don't come up in my face here because I hit hard. Fuck wrong with y'all?
Try it.
I wish you would.
Try it.
You try me and see what the fuck happened. Nigga, we angry. All of us angry out here. So don't think it's y'all alone.
Get out of here.
You who you telling get out of here? Why you telling me get out of here? You asked me a question and I'm answering you.
Get out of here. Man.
Fuck wrong with you? Oh, stupid ass bitch. That's why you gotta hide your face.
You wanna go to jail?
You told me my mother I could tell you anything.
You wanna go to
Fuck
jail?
wrong with you? You wanna hit me? Hit me, bitch. You ain't got me. Nobody's scared of you. You're a pussy ass. Come. I got rings on, bitch. So me and you gonna fight. You a pussy bitch. You a pussy bitch. That's why your kids them don't like you and your wife is fucking on you. That's why you gotta hide your face. My face ain't hidden, bitch. I'm American, you stupid bitch. Fuck wrong with y'all. You can take me too high. I'm Charlotte the Zodiac first. You know what to do? Tell them, no. You want me? Fuck wrong with y'all. Fuck all of you.
The
Put
brother
that on
working
news.
overtime.
Let Trump see it.
Put it on TV and let Trump see it. She say, put it on TV and let Trump see it. Let me tell you something, right? And big ups to the brother, the security guard that was standing between her and the ICE agents. Big ups to him too, right? Big ups to him. He was trying to get her out of there. He wasn't, but he was putting his to put your body between ICE agents in mass and this black woman. Don't nobody talk to me about doing the work. Y'all not doing the work. Y'all not doing the work. That brother, I'm gonna give it up for her. She was going. She was like, she ready. She ready. But I give big ups to that brother for getting her on that elevator and getting that button pushed and getting her, look, he was pushing the doors together. Do you see that? Do you see that? He was pushing the doors together. He was like, look, I'm doing my part to keep her from getting on your ass. Because if she get on your ass, I gotta go too. I gotta go too. Big ups. That's what I'm talking about, right? If you all don't have that kind of energy when y'all hanging out with me, we can't hang out. We can't hang out. And she was there. This was at the federal. This was at the federal building. They had gone there with her relatives, one of her relatives, and had their paperwork and everything. ICE harassing them, and she was like, "This is the moment. This is the moment. This is the moment." And she didn't care what they had to bring. She was ready for it. She said, "Hit me, hit me, hit me." So yeah, that's the energy we need. That's the energy. When I be telling people, and they be like, "Oh, this is not going to affect black people. They're just after um, brown people. Like they have a discernment between black and brown." And it's like, "Well, they're not. This is an American citizen. What's up? What's up? This is an American citizen." And this is why all these weak ass bitches out here are always talking about we're just gonna sit this out. I hope you die. When you die, don't and I don't come to save you. Don't I don't want to hear your mouth. I don't want to hear you out. I don't have time anymore. I've been trying to be, I have been as nice as I could be in the face of people saying, well, we're just going to watch injustice happen because, we're going to, it's good for the black community. What black community are you talking about? Because my black community extends throughout the diaspora. What black community talk about? Haitians are black. Yeah. What black community you talking about? And don't give me the few that come out and say something crazy that need to be talking out the side of their neck when it's over with either. Don't be why do you and I'm gonna get into something else right quick. This also. But stop coming into my comment section talking about, oh, this is the younger generation and this is how they act. I be damned. Most of the people saying that are on their couch, while these young people are out here with me feeding those who happen to be homeless and protesting against ICE in the park. Most of the people I see out there are half my age. So don't tell me about what the younger people are doing. Young people have always been the motivation of revolution. What did you think in Alabama was getting hoses turned on them? Those were black young people, right? So coming on this app telling me about what young people are not doing while you're sitting at home doing nothing is a non-starter. It is a non-starter because they out here with me. I'm not giving you what I think. I'm giving you what I see on a regular basis. See, you all are basing the action of loud young people that you see that are out and wrong, and y'all want to make it seem like it's all young people. That's because you all are not out there involved in it and seeing. Do you understand in 2018, there was a whole movement by young people trying to keep them getting shot in school called Save Our Souls movement. And it was led by young people, high school age and up. And y'all talking about, oh, young people aren't doing this, young people. No, young people are actually buying into the rhetoric you all just talked for several thousand hours, right? About not allowing the workforce, not allowing a job to control them. And then you gonna say, oh, y'all just lazy. No, they not. You all spent years talking about how unhappy you were at your jobs and you were just doing this to get by. And young people saying, yeah, no, we're not doing it. And now you got the nerve to talk about, oh, they lazy. Y'all some weird people to me. Y'all weird to me. No, we're not riding with that. All racist, biggest, white, all that's in a different class. Uh, that meant nothing. Lisa, that means nothing. No, that means nothing. That's a fallacy because we're not talking about creation at the point of creation. We're talking about the racism that is implemented by people now. Because racism is an ideology based on a social construct. Talking about all of us came, we know that. We know we came from the birthplace of mankind, but once you have gotten to a point where you have decided to embrace racism against darker skinned people, it doesn't matter where you're from. It matters what power structure you are part of. Yeah. So we're gonna need you to tone that down. This is not the place. That's a false equivalency to what we're talking about right now. Because actually we're talking about the last 500 years specifically of history. We're not going back to the Great Migration 4 million years ago out of Africa. We're talking about the last 500 years of racism that has been perpetrated on us by the Caucasus Mountain cave dwelling aspect of our family. If that's what you want to say. Caucasus Mountain cave dwelling aspect of our family, then that's fine. But let's not make that false equivalency like 23andMe means something. I know it's nice to know your ancestry, but your presenting phenotype is the defining factor in this world. Where you were as opposed to who you are. Yeah. So that's a whole nother conversation. Right now, we're celebrating this queen and this king because that, what did Pirate just say? What- Maybe if about, I can't think. You don't know about Pangea? Oh, I'm sorry. A song running through my mind. But understand, right? End of that Dark Knight. Good. Glad you're here. Good. Glad you're welcome. Hey, my chief of security in here. Uh, hey, hey, chief of security. Chief of security. Tom. Usa. Usa. Ah, chief of security. I love my brother. I love my brother. Don't run afoul of him, please don't, because I weigh twice as much as I do. I'm faster, but I think he probably could take a couple. All right, now listen up, and I'm not gonna give him a couple for you. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm not fighting that big ass for you. Okay, let's not go there. Okay, I fight for a lot of things, but when it comes down to you and him, you are in the wrong. I just hate to break it to y'all. Listen, all jokes aside. But this queen, my brother, when he sent me this, I had to dig into it. Um, that's a good choice, Dark Knight, just to hide. Because, like I say, I, I'll I'll keep. I don't know what to tell you, but brother sent me this, and I saw it. Petra sent me this. I had to research it, and when I found out what was happening, I even liked her even more. Even more. Where's this type of energy? No, see, man. Listen, this is the kind of energy we need. If you're gonna step, make sure you got 10 toes. You might better bring two. You better bring another extra one for each foot, because I need 12 toes down. I need you to grow some toes and still down. But this is it. This is it. This is the kind of energy we need, right? As a matter of fact, um, we're gonna watch this again before the end of the show. We're gonna watch this again for the end of the show. Now, I want you to listen to something, right? Okay. Uh, which Trump do you want first? You want me to talk about Eric Trump, or do you want me to talk about what Donald said about who we saving? First name I see. Who we talking about? Who you want to see next? You want to see Donald or Eric? I know you want to see neither. You got to pick one. I know you want to see neither. But both of these are hilarious, right? Let's go. We go see Eric first. I want you to listen to Eric, right? Listen to what Eric says, and then tell me what's wrong
Destroy
with this
us.
picture.
And yet here we are, and we have this amazing piece, deal on Charlie Kirk's birthday. I can't tell you how many things are lining up. I mean, think about the fact that this book came out on Charlie Kirk's birthday, on the same day as we have peace in the Middle East. I mean, so many different factors are all coming together at once in the most unthinkable Um, Unbelievable journey. You couldn't have scripted this. You could not. The wildest
Listen,
author
listen.
could not have scripted this book and the trials and tribulations and twists and turns to get to where we are today. And look how much better humanity and our world is. You know, we're saving Christianity, we're saving God, we're saving the family unit, we're saving this nation. I mean, you know, DEI is out the window, Benny. You know, I mean, you no longer have Colin Kaepernick kneeling for the national, you know, for the national anthem. You no longer have, you know, a Budweiser going woke as hell. Or all of this is dead. And yet, what do we have? You know, we have a return to people going to church. We have a return to people, you know, valuing their children and valuing society and believing in the white picket fence and what the American dream represents and what the American dream stands for, and American exceptionalism and peace around the world, and that people can coexist with one another without having to, you know, pick up arms and destroy each other for no reason whatsoever other than, you know, incompetent and, you know, and egotistical governments. It's a beautiful time, and he will go to heaven for all of that. God absolutely guided this journey in ways that, you know, you'll learn in Under Siege. I mean, it's a big part of the story, but he was there the entire time.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? He said what? Did you all listen? It was like, it would have been funny enough, right?
Destroy us.
It would have been funny enough. It would have. It would have been hilarious enough, right? But he said they saving Christianity and God. So let me get this right. They said they're saving Christianity and God. God, their God, who they say created everything that exists, and they need that head of the patriarchy needs saving, right? And this is what I say, right? And this is what I say. And evangelical Christians are really quiet on this. They haven't said anything. I haven't seen one evangelical Christian come out and criticize this, right? The host didn't check him, anything. I just want to forget the other delusions in there for just a moment. I wish you can call me up, Arthur Brown. I wish you could call me up. Oh no. Oh, you talking about come up here? No, this is conversation with TNathan. Listen, listen. Can we just give it up for the fact that they saved God? Just give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause, right? Because they saved God. God was out here in need of salvation. Don't Trump just say last week he ain't going to make it? Right. That's what he said, Robert. And that's what Eric is saying. Well, I feel like he'll make it into heaven. Oh, but, you know, every time I look up, y'all talking about black families and how dysfunctional they are. With a man who's been married 3 times with 3 baby mamas and a porn star on the side for a mistress, 2 porn stars on the side for a mistress, and then, you know, what part of family values is what he did to E.G. and Carol? But that's saving God. Don't miss that part now. They are saving God. We have to give it up for God's Savior. Right, Cam. Let's not even leave that out. And he was messing with a corn star when his wife was pregnant. You know, but we the problem. God already gave us a Savior. You place a man over his son. Listen, I'm not going into the mythos. I just find it funny that I, I'm speaking out more about this than I see evangelical Christians speaking out. What would we do if Eric Trump didn't say that? I don't know. Y'all tell me. Like I say, this is the thing. And people get, listen, listen, Petra. People on X are mad at me for pointing this out. People mad at me on X for pointing this out. I was like, he saved God? God. He saved God. Not, let's not forget Christian. No, he saved God. He didn't save baby white Jesus. He saved baby white Jesus' daddy. Yeah, he saved baby white Jesus' daddy. You can't make this up. They over there mad at me. I'm just saying, hey, when did this happen? When did this happen? Was God like tied up somewhere? Where was God at when y'all saved him? Yeah. How, does, how does this look? How does this look? You mean the God of the universe needed Donald Trump to save them? Yeah, that one. I said that to the person. They blocked me. They said something about blasphemy. I'm just saying, what y'all not blasphemy saying Eric Trump anything? God already gave us a savior, but you place a man over the son. I believe in uniforms. I'm just saying. Yeah. Uh, oh man. All right. That's my. I was laughing for like literally 45 minutes when I was. I only and listen. I only troll for like 45 minutes on on X, and I get in trouble every time. Literally every time I start trolling on X, I get blocked by at least one person. At least one person blocked me. Now, oh, okay, that was that one. We got another. I got another one. Another one that has me saying Trump what? Nobel what? Let's get it. This one is hilarious too.
We tariffs are a very important tool for our defense, for our national security. If we don't have tariffs, we're not going to have national security. As an example, if you look at Pakistan and Iran, I told them I was in the midst of negotiating a trade deal with Iran, and Pakistan was going to be in line. And because of tariffs, they all
Look
want
at
to
Cash Patel.
negotiate much differently. We were making a good deal, and then I heard that they're shooting at each other. And I said during one of my conversations, are you guys going to go to war? Two nuclear powers. We are thinking about. I said, here's the deal. You go to war, I'm going to put a 200% tariff. I'm going to stop you from doing any business in the United States. I said it to both of them. Within 24 hours, the war ended. That would have been a nuclear war. And again, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, who was here 2 weeks ago, said that man saved many millions of lives in front of a whole group of people because he thought it was going to be war. But when it came to war or having to pay massive tariffs, the tariffs overrode. That's why it's so important. Not only the money, we're taking in trillions of dollars, not only the money, the power to keep peace, the power to be used for good is enormous. But a lot of people didn't understand tariffs. It's also made us very rich.
Somebody tell me what was wrong with that whole last. Somebody tell me the most glaring thing wrong with what he said. Just tell me. Just tell me. Just tell me. This man literally said that. Hold on. I'm gonna play it again, and I'm gonna stop it when it gets to what?
We tariffs are a very important tool for our defense, for our national security. If we don't have tariffs, we're not going to have national security. As an example, if you look at Pakistan and Iran, I told them.
Did that give it away? But hold on. I'll come back to that. No, listen. Wait, I want you to look at Cash Patel's face.
I was in the midst of negotiating a trade deal with Iran, and Pakistan was going to be in line.
Look at Cash Patel's face. He's like, is somebody gonna tap this man on the shoulder and tell him, Pakistan, Iran, you were negotiating a trade deal with a country that is under sanctions? And when has Iran? You said when has Iran became a nuclear power? And when have they been with Pakistan? When has Pakistan and Iran been trading shots with each other? What universe is this happening in? I understand most people don't understand geopolitics like I do, but you know that Iran is considered a pariah state, and him in Pakistan. Oh, I should have brought up the map. I should have brought the map. He said he was negotiating a peace deal with Iran and Pakistan. And he told them, even though we have no diplomatic direct links with Iran, by the way, this is news to everybody. And look, even Cash Patel is like, he say Pakistan and Iran, not once, not twice, but three times. You can't make this up. I don't think y'all appreciate this as much as I do. This is just as funny to me as the other one because this situation never existed. Never. This is like when he was talking about Albania and the other country of Pakistan that he had settled a war between that are 3,000 miles apart. Right? This man literally said that, and nobody. Look, somebody. Hey, um, y'all not gonna talk about it? Y'all gonna act like this is a thing. This is a thing, right? This is a thing. Okay, I'm gonna let it go too then. If y'all gonna act like it's a thing, I'm gonna act like it's a thing too. Pakistan and Iran were almost about to go to war with their nuclear weapons that Iran does not have. Pakistan is a nuclear power. Iran doesn't have any nuclear weapons and I know that for a fact. How do I know that Iran does not have any nuclear weapons? How do you know, TNathan, that Iran has no nuclear weapons? Because Israel still exists. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. I know my live probably go down, and we probably be have to be on the other page, but I know for a fact Iran does not have any nuclear weapons. Yep, none, none at all, none at all. Because if they did, yeah, I wonder if there is some sort of international watchdog. Listen, I want you all to go find me the news reports of Pakistan and India getting ready to go to nuclear war. Yeah, and Trump stepping. I just and it, this listen. This man wants a Nobel Peace Prize so bad. He's creating conflicts to solve. Like nobody's going to notice. Nobody will know. Crop stature. Can I? I have no water. I'm out of water. Thank you. Ah, the joy of crumb snatchers. Water and
Your own mini fridge.
I, I do. That's my mini fridge up there. Would you put some ice in here,
Why?
please?
I was using the ice for my face.
Oh, okay. You used all of it already?
It has half of it in it.
That's good. Whatever you don't use, put in there. Yeah. Okay. Crumb snatcher break. Crumb snatcher break. Yeah. No, listen. Did you all, when you all growing up, side note, did y'all have this many teacher conferences in school? They out of school they had half a day today, out of school tomorrow and Friday? Tomorrow and Friday?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, they out of school tomorrow and Friday, y'all. Did you all have this many teacher breaks? Uh, I know, don't get me wrong. I think teachers deserve breaks, right? But the school year just started. The school year just started. Yeah. Yeah, I can't under these conditions. I can't even under these conditions. Yeah. No, this not even fall break. This not even fall break. This is they had testing. They had testing. Um, so they had testing, and now they had half a day today, and they're out of school tomorrow and Friday. Yeah. So yeah, it's exam week, right? Yeah. It looks like it's exam week every week. But okay, all right, thank you. Yeah, I'm always uh, crumb snatchers to snooze are always welcome to distraction. Now, so now we have. Does it have to deal with firing the special educator? Listen, let me tell you something, right? And I want to. I'm gonna say too. I'm gonna address it. I went to school in Mississippi, so I hear people always blaming the system about some of the educational lackings we have, right? But I went to school in Mississippi when Mississippi was last in everything. So I'm not sure and I turned out exceptionally well when it comes to education and knowledge. I'm not bragging, I'm just telling you the truth, right? It might have helped if I had executive memory. Also, it does help. I'm not going to pretend like me not knowing and remembering stuff and retaining stuff. But I didn't wait for external motivation outside of my mother and grandmother when it came to education. And I say that because I say normally when I see people pointing to a system as failing, I do ask them what did they do to make sure they supplemented that system's shortcomings. My grandmother was an educator. She graduated from Alcorn State University, and it was Alcorn State College at the time when she graduated in Mississippi, right? She was an educator. So we got to do our part. We can't count on a system. And her goal was she wasn't going to count on the system of the oppressor to be responsible for her grandson's continual education. So I think we need to take that into account also. I just said that, put it out there, because if you're complaining about the system, maybe you need to step up and fill in the gaps of the system. Because that's what I do now. I am the one that fills in the gaps of all of the systems. When when the nieces, nephews, grand crumb snatchers, anybody contacts me, we have whole Zoom calls. That's why I'm able to tutor as I do now because it is relevant. And I figured, like I said, I came of age in a school system in Mississippi that ranked dead last in everything when I was coming up, and still, my scope of knowledge is still intact. It is still intact. And that's because I had family members, mother, grandmother, who took it upon themselves to educate me about history and everything else. My enunciation is strictly because of my mother. My mother taught me to enunciate words, right? She taught me how to speak. So sometimes we got to step into the gap, right? We cannot depend on the system that fails us everywhere to be responsible for our soul education. And that was just a parting shot. All right, now let's get to the other big story. I started on this yesterday. I started on this yesterday, and I want to come to it today. Yesterday, Politico posted some stories, right? And Petra, I meant to do a video on this yesterday, especially because I live in Kansas, and one of the individuals in the Young Republicans works for our Attorney General here in Kansas. And the Attorney General's office fired him after the story. And I wanted to address the fact that people talk about racism doesn't exist in this country anymore, and that we all need to get over it. But I want to, this Politico has 2009 pages of this kind of content between the young Republicans in this country, across this country, that were engaged in this kind of text exchange. Um, you all see, this is actual text exchange between young Republicans, right? Um, this is the one that got to this like, I'd go to the zoo if I wanted to watch monkeys play ball. They're talking about black people. Um, so they love the watermelon people. These are exchanges. There was even one that said, I love the Dolphins, right? And he had the right idea. There was even I was looking at it and there was some text exchange that was talking about if this text exchange is leaked, what kind of impact was that? Oh yeah, and there were plenty of uses of the N word, and um, there were plenty of uses of the N word. Jew slurs. Also, you're giving nationals too much credit. Expect the Jews to be honest. This is from the young Republicans. And I'm not talking about young Republicans of 13, 14. These are 20, 21, 24-year-old people that are part of the young. And also, I don't know, check your state. Every state has a young Republican organization. Every state. And um, over half these young Republicans are also members of Turning Point USA. Let's not rush past that. They're also members of Turning Point USA. I guarantee you, in all those thousands of messages, there's not one original joke. And this is the thing that gets me. You see the one in the center saying, "Great, I love." You see that? It's just like it's the idea. And we're not talking about one page. We're not talking about two. We're talking about 2,009 pages of text messages between these individuals and the young Republicans that are racist, anti-black, homophobic, anti-Semitic, all of that, all of that. And y'all know what J.D. Vance said about this? Anybody? Anybody? What the Vice President of the United States said about this? Let's just take a listen.
By focusing on what kids are saying in a group chat, grow up. I'm sorry. Focus on the real issues. Don't focus on what kids say in group chats. But there's another angle to this that I just have to be honest about. I mean, I'm like an old guy at this point. I'm 41 years old. I have 3 kids. I grew up in a different world, right? Where not most of the stupid things that I did when I was a teenager and a young adult, they're not on the internet. Like, I'm going to tell my kids, especially my boys, don't put things on the internet. Like, be careful with what you post. If you put something in a group chat, assume that some scumbag is going to leak it in an effort to try to cause you harm or cause your family harm. But the reality is that kids do stupid things, especially young boys. They tell edgy, offensive jokes. Like, that's what kids do. And I really don't want us to grow up in a country where a kid telling a stupid joke, telling a very offensive stupid joke, is cause to ruin their lives. And at some point, we're all going to have to say, enough of this BS. We're not going to allow the worst moment in a 21-year-old's group chat to ruin a kid's life for the rest of time. That's just not okay. Like, we live in a digital world. This stuff is now etched in stone online. We're all going to have to say, you know what? No. We're not doing this. We're not canceling kids because they do something stupid in a group chat. And if I have to be the person who carries that message forward, I'm fine with it.
Listen, listen, listen. This couch fucker, this couch fucker is out here talking about what kids do in a group chat. You know, kids, right? What kids you know is working for the young Republican. As a matter of fact, William and I've met William Katz, the young Republican um, here in Kansas. I've met his. As a matter of fact, I have a picture of him. I'll bring it up. But I've met him before, and like I tell you all, being from the South, I can smell racism. I can literally like, oh, you're a racist, huh? Yeah, okay. I met him at, I go to, we do fundraisers here, but I've come to realize during this pandemic, I wonder where all that money is going. But that's a conversation for another day. But I go to fundraisers, I go to political events here because I'm active in the community, and I've met William Katz here before, McKenzie here before, and he's the chair of the Young Republicans. He's like 24 years old. But this is the thing. He's also the communications director, was a communication director specialist for the Attorney General of the state. We're not talking about 12 or 13-year-olds. Let me see. We're not talking about 12 or 13-year-olds, right? We're talking about grown ass men. I know you all. I know they need to infantilize. I know people. They need to infantilize grown ass white mediocre men, right? But this, look at this one. And everyone that endorses, but then votes for us, is going to the gas chamber. This is not the rhetoric of some little boy talking about what he wants to do to another some little girl that he likes and he's pulling her hair. This is not edgy. This is straight out racism. This is straight out racism. This is that point. You all remember the tiki torch carrying crowd? And everyone was saying just wait for the old people to die and the racism will die. And we got people half my age carrying tiki torches. Now we have children, we have another episode of people half our ages carrying the torch of racism into the next generation. The same man who said, I never Trump guy. Yeah, the same guy who compared Trump to a modern day version of Adolphus is now on the glizzy of Trump and racists like this because it was always about that anyway. Y'all understand that? This is the reality that we operate. This is it. When people talk about, oh, racism doesn't exist anymore, I'd be like, you're delusional and your mama dresses you funny. You're delusional. The vice president of the United States just gave cover to this kind of behavior. Not like he hasn't before. Not like he hasn't before. But he also did it. You notice where he's heading the Charlie Kirk show right now, right? So he was doing this on the Charlie Kirk show that he is, has taken over conveniently since the death of Charlie Kirk. This is this is what they do. This is what they say is it. This is it. Somebody explain to me how this is it. Somebody explain to me how this constitutes being it. Somebody. And then to listen to the fact that but they jumped on Karen's leg. Yeah, right. You don't hear the president, the vice president of the United States coming out there and talking about Karen talking about, that was a travesty that you framed a young black man for an accident he didn't even cause, and then didn't even say anything. Yeah, don't get me started. Don't get me started. I just be looking for reasons to start, and Cam be giving me reasons to start. Cam be giving me reasons to start, but they didn't come out then. Didn't come out then and say, hey, this is a travesty, and we need to address that. Why is that? Why is that? Now you got me. Dun dun. Yeah. So it feels like they are really pulling all the levers. They are pulling all the levers, and in the face of too many people doing nothing, like this won't affect us. This won't affect us. That mentality is killing us. That mentality is literally killing us, and people are fine with it. That's what gets me. People are fine with it. People are fine with it, and you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Gotta be Newton's third law. We could be listen. We can either be Newton's third law, or we can be the third law of thermodynamics. Yeah, I'm all for that. We need to understand that this system needs to be adjusted. And by adjusted, I mean destroyed. Are you going to be protesting this Saturday? October 18th, I will be protesting. October 18th, the No Kings rally. Why'd you even ask me that, Robert? I'm the one who told you after the last one that we were organizing one for October 18th. It took Ukraine 94 days first time around. Don't register. Right, right. Neo-libs will sell us out. Listen, I was listening to the exchange about the government shutdown tonight, right? There was a town hall meeting with Bernie Sanders and AOC on CNN, and they were talking back and forth, I was listening to some of the questions we asked, and I realized, right, that 60% of white liberals will sell us out. I'm being really generous. 60% of white liberals will sell us out. When I look at the fact of how many people I don't think Donald Trump deserves toilet paper. I don't care what he did. I don't think that he deserved toilet paper. But I'm listening to all these people, and you all. That's why I was saying, I like to watch and see things because people like to come out first and like, yeah, Donald Trump. If this holds, he should get the Nobel Peace Prize next year. Fuck Donald Trump. And if the Nobel Peace Prize Committee gives him a Peace Prize next year, fuck them too. And if Donald Trump can't bring peace to his own country, that he's intentionally sowing the seeds of dishonesty. No, fuck that. Fuck that. But I see all, especially, and I say that because most liberal, they call themselves liberal white men. Mediocre liberal white men will join other mediocre white men because they want to feel in solidarity. I keep telling you all, our biggest enemy are white men that are mediocre that embrace the patriarchy. Even if they call themselves liberals, they are a danger unless you keep on. Unless they have already deconstructed. I'm not here to deconstruct your racism or your bigotry or your love of the patriarchy. If you haven't deconstructed that by the time you show up, you're on your own. Because at the end of the day, I think you're a threat. If you have not done what it takes to deconstruct your own mediocre love of the Western civilization's patriarchy, you're just trying to find a way to get in, to fit in. I'll stand alone before I embrace that bull. Right. I know what's on their. I know who's on their own. Yeah. Like I say, and this is not. And listen to the difference. I know some people get their feelings, but I said if you haven't deconstructed your own belief in the patriarchy, and listen, white women, y'all should have been deconstructed you all's belief in the patriarchy because you're the first person to get backhand by it. White women are the first ones to experience the violence in a home setting of the male patriarchy in this country. First one. And that's why when I see white women capping for the very people that are going to send them to shelters where I'm outside guarding against those people, embrace the patriarchy, I'd be like, are you all right? Are you all right? You all right? Let that sink in, right? That they are running from their husband because newsflash, in this area, most of the women that are in the shelters are white women. They're running from their racist husband that they endorse their racism with their that they endorse their racism tacitly and passively, and they are coming to a shelter where the 6'4" black guy is out front making sure that their racist husband doesn't get them. Let that sink in. I had to avoid so many people that voted for Trump because I knew who they really were. Yeah, at this point, it's too late overall. If you haven't deconstructed, I don't. I'm not going to say it's too late. I'm just going to say you're not getting in my circle, inner circle or otherwise, unless you have deconstructed. I'm not counting on you to do anything unless you have deconstructed. If you haven't deconstructed, it's not my job to deconstruct for you. This is 2025. If you're still operating under any illusions when it comes to race, anti-LGBTQ behavior, anti-women behavior, then you are the problem. You are the problem. Yeah, it's a you problem. You are, and to think that we're operating in a system in which we have allowed for so long the status quo to be maintained in the most violent way possible, and then cry foul. Anybody want to make it make sense? Anybody want to make it make sense? So, yep. Remember, if y'all like to make a donation, please do. Donations, we're accepting the donations. We have a meal for those who happen to be homeless coming up. We have trips to Memphis and St. Louis coming up. Yes, you all know I had to go back to St. Louis. There was just so much I felt like I missed in St. Louis. I have to go back. Going back to St. Louis. Also, um, what else I got coming up? Oh, the coats. It's getting cold. We're gonna start getting coats or whatever we can. Coats, tents. We got tents coming in. Um, yep. And don't ask me how I got tents. Yes, we got tents coming in. We got to get tents out here. It's important to get tents. It's important to get coats. It's expected to be colder this winter than it was last winter. So I know we're not going to have the money to put people up in hotels like we usually do, especially with the government shutdown. Um, and I'm going to be so far behind that I don't know. We're going to be behind, but we're going to do everything we can. I'm buying more fire, can fire, all this, everything we can do, we're going to do to make sure. It's like for me, we are just sometimes it seems like we just have to um, keep the homeless population alive through the winter. That's what it is. What we're doing, whatever we can to keep them alive through the winter. Even if I try to encourage them to go to warmer locations during the winter, but it is what it is. We're going to do whatever we can to ensure that. So if you would like to be a part of that, y'all know how to do it. You all know how to do it. I wish I could win the lottery and I would take this down. If I just got $100,000, $100,000, I would take this cash up down until I spent through that $100,000, and do the work on my own. I know. Um, but you all signed up for this. Y'all signed up for this. All right. Okay. What's tonight? Wednesday? DJ, just because, just because anniversary your anniversary mistress is getting on me. I'm going to. Oh, I got 1 minute. Okay, it's 11 o'clock. What's up, GCPR? Thank you for joining us on the GCPR. We're signing out. DJ, let them have it. Peace. See you all tomorrow, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, or whatever time it is in your country. I don't know. I'm not going to that. And, oh, GCPR, thank you. I do have your emails. I do respond to them as quick as possible. And I hope and I do structure my shows sometimes to incorporate questions you all ask me. So I hope that. All right, we're out. All right, all right, Reese. I am off the radio. I've been doing good. I think I have not got a fine in a week. I have not got a fine for saying "fuck you" on the radio for a week. I think I'm doing good. I think I am. Yes, I need. Good going. Oh, see Fannie Lou Hamer? Yeah, Fannie Lou Hamer. Yeah. Anybody? Anybody? That's Medgar Evers. And that's Ralph Abernathy. Ralph Abernathy. Yeah. So I'm doing good. I think I haven't cussed. I don't know. I'm not conscious. I'm not cognitively aware if I've said "fuck you" or not. I just know I haven't got a fine in a week. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I have not got a fine in a week. Yeah. So that means we'll have some extra money to put towards the projects um, during this time period. Ah, yeah. Ah, I made it a whole week and didn't say "fuck you" and get caught. I'm sure I said it, but it was probably after 11, so I didn't get caught. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate it. Thank you, nephew. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you for everything. Thank you all for helping me help others. I really appreciate it. Um, yeah, without you all, a lot of things would require TNathan to put a shiesty on. A lot of thank you for all you do. Truly. Listen. Queen Auntie. Yeah. What could I do less? What could I do less? It's the heritage. It's the blood. It's in the blood. Bandana or shiesty this weekend? Um, I don't know. I probably take both. I probably take both. I like shiesties because they fit well and they fit well. But I like bandanas for the old school look of it. So I probably have both of them. I have both of them with me. I have both. And yeah, shiesty. I also like the shiesty because I when I put my glasses on, they complete the picture. You got yeah. So it completes the picture with the glasses. So I will be out there. We'll be doing the thing. Like I say, money or no money, we'll be out there. I'm rocking my banana bandana. I think I ordered an inflatable costume. It should be here. Right. You did? Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Queen. Yeah, and I'm open carrying. I I can neither confirm or deny. I live in Kansas. I can neither confirm or deny until such time as somebody thinks it's nice. I wish I could have met your grandmother so I could see where your passion comes from. Thank you. That's interesting. Um, you do see where my passion comes from. Hey, listen, I am a representative of my mother, father, and grandmother. If you see me, you see them. You see them because they had to do, listen, they're the foundation and their parents are the foundation before them. When you see a black man like me standing on business like this, we are standing on our ancestors' shoulders. Not the kind of shoulders, when you put the child on the shoulder and you have them like this. No, our ancestors are carrying grown ass people standing on their shoulders and they're not missing a beat. What you see in me is the manifestation of every sacrifice they're made so I can be here. That's why I stand this way, because they made too many sacrifices. My father bit his tongue too many times to make sure he raised me to be I am today. And with that comes a repayal price. The repayal price is that I don't bite my tongue because my father had to bite his tongue in the South in Mississippi to come home every day to feed me, to make sure that I was protected and I grew the way I needed to grow, that I could get out there and do the work, not just for him. And he didn't even do it for revenge. Him, my mother, they didn't teach me this for revenge. They taught me this because what was to come required strength. My grandmother was responsible for my understanding of history, who we were. My father was responsible for protecting me while I learned that lesson. And my mother was responsible for nurturing me. So I learned empathy also in the process. So yeah, it was a communal effort, and I owe everything to the community, even when I didn't understand. That's why some people don't understand how we as growing up in the South, and they say, "Oh, but you were out in the street at 13." Like I tell you all, my grandmother sanctioned it. She said, I'd rather visit you in prison than in the cemetery." My grandmother said that. So everything you see, I am a byproduct. I owe everything I am to my parents and my grandmother. Everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly, has taught me to stand where I am now. And I stand on a foundation that is immovable. I don't stand on a foundation that has cracks in it. I don't stand on a sometimey foundation. I don't stand on a foundation that is made with mediocre goods and services, right? I stand on a foundation that is built on the blood, sweat, and tears, the hard work of those people who came before me. Yes, I have shaken hands with people whose hands that told the tale. Yeah, that's it. So when I see people talking about they're sitting down, I don't know those people. I don't come from that stock. I don't come from a stock. I don't come from the stock that sat down and did nothing. I come from the stock that said there's always a way to do something, and something is not passive. That doesn't mean you go out on the front line and let somebody shoot your stupid ass. That's stupid. That's stupid. But that doesn't mean you shy away from somebody saying, I'm going to send the military. Send them. You going to tell me you sending them? All right, send them. And I want them to cross all my property to get to me. All the property that I've also booby trapped. Come on, let's get it. Let's get it. But yeah, don't get me started. Y'all know I started on my parent. And I wish, listen, I wish a motherfucker would. I watched somebody take to social media and tell a black woman that she couldn't claim her ancestors. What? What the fuck y'all look like? I wish one of these weak motherfuckers would show up under my post when I'm talking about my grandmother, or my mother, or my father, or my aunts, or the work they did and how it's influenced me. I wish one of them weak motherfuckers would show up under my post and tell me I can't claim my ancestors. I'm gonna cuss you out by name. I'm gonna cuss you out by name. I watched them do that to a young black woman because she wasn't black enough for them, or she didn't present black enough for them. And oh, you don't get to claim your. Why are you talking about your grandparents? Those are not your grandparents. I wish a bitch would. And I think I haven't made a video addressing that, have I? I need to make a video addressing that. I wish one of these weak motherfuckers would show up on Troy Nathan Andreas Jamarcus's page and tell me I can't claim all my ancestors when I got all their names. I got all their names. I got my father. I got Nathan from my father. I got Andreas from my mother's father. I got Jamarcus from my father's father. And you think I wish a bitch would. And I'm gonna think, yeah, I'm gonna make that video. Thank you. All right. Thank you. And I'm gonna get out of here before y'all know I get. I hope to see you all tomorrow night on my main page. If not, we'll be back here. We always have the backup plan, because that's who we are. And let me log out. You too. We out of here. Peace.